Hello everyone, and today I'm finally going to make a response video to my predictions for the Nintendo Switch presentation. So Litheads, this is going to be really cool and stuff. So here's the thing. I did miss a little bit of it. When I tuned in, the portion of the presentation was talking about the Nintendo Switch's online capabilities. And when I watched it, it was towards the end of that, so I already missed a little bit of it. But yeah, basically, I saw something about the Switch's online capabilities. It was really short because, again, I missed a big chunk of it, so I barely saw anything about it. Now, I did see that the controllers, the Joy-Cons, they have a built-in camera, like a little camera lens, and it can track your hand movement. And I'm guessing it will be able to track your face too, and I'll bring up why in a little bit. And it apparently has the rumble feature built into the controllers, because to show a demonstration of that, they had this guy and he had a cup of water, and the water had ice cubes fall into it, and every time it fell into the cup of water, the Switch would then start to rumble. It'd sort of vibrate to recreate that sense of the ice cubes falling into the cup. So it will have vibration, but it's like based off of what's going on, I guess. So it's just normal standard vibration in a video game. I don't know. They were trying to hype it up and say that it's going to be like based off of senses. It's going to be sensory based, the way it vibrates, whatever. Anyway. They also mention some new way to play the Nintendo Switch called 1-2 Switch, where it's about face-to-face interaction, and this is where I think the camera is going to come into play, because you don't look at the TV, you don't look at the tablet, it's just you looking at the person. So I'm guessing that the camera will then be able to track your movement, your hands at least. Because the person talking about it, kept saying that you need to keep your eyes on your opponent, try to read their movement, and then that's how you beat the person in 1-2 Switch. So I feel like they didn't really do a good job explaining it. I would guess that's really all I got out of it. You look at somebody, you point your controller at them, I guess, and that's how you beat 1-2 Switch. So you play it, I don't know, anyway. They also mentioned the differences between the two Joy-Cons. I think it's either the left one or the right one, I'm not sure, but anyway. I think it's the left one. That there's a square button, and the square button is so you can actually record videos and take screenshots of the game you're playing. And I think that is awesome, because I love taking screenshots. And the fact that I can just start recording what game I want to play with the Joy-Con controller, that's going to make Let's Playing a lot easier. Now I can finally actually play, console games. And, do that if I ever get the Switch. But, that's the thing. They also mentioned the price. The Nintendo Switch is going to be $299. So, basically $300. I never understood the point of that. Like, if you're going to make the price $299, you might as well just skip that. Skip it and go straight to $300, because that's pretty much $299. That's pretty much $300. So just skip that number, So as for how I feel about that, I don't know. I mean, as for someone like me who doesn't make a lot of money, that is a pretty steep price. But at the same time, I understand why Nintendo did what they did, because I feel like $300 is a good price for, everybody else. It will make the console seem expensive and high-tech, like Nintendo actually invested a lot into making the console, versus making it really cheap, like the Wii. The Wii, in comparison, is a super cheap hunk of junk compared to the Switch. I mean, they're not too far apart. I think the Wii was like $250, and then this one's $300, but my point is that, you don't want to go too cheap, because then it makes your product look bad. If you go too high and, too expensive, that will make it really steep and make it seem, like it's just too much, and the consumer's not going to want to buy it for your product. So I think $300 is a good price. It's, not too high, not too cheap. It's around the price of Nintendo's past console, so I think that's good. it's too steep for me. I'd have to save up a lot of money to buy a Nintendo Switch if I ever even got one. But anyway, moving on from that. Let's see. They also finally started mentioning cool things about the game. So, I'm going to talk about what stood out to me. I saw that they got a new Mario game. Finally, that game that we saw during the Switch trailer. We know the name of it. It's Super Mario Odyssey, and it's weird. It's like Mario, but in the real world. So he just randomly left the Mushroom Kingdom. I know Mario's never really had much of a story, but that's one of the things that's always been established. Mario lives in the Mushroom Kingdom. And whenever he goes to another world, usually it's explained through, warp pipes, or in the case of Super Mario Galaxy, those stars that would, shoot Mario into space, or rather other parts of space, and he would go to the end of the planet. But here, he's just randomly in the real world. Like, does he just take a warp pipe and ends up in New York City? Because that's what it looks like. It looks like Mario's running around in New York City, but it's a new Donk City, apparently. And there's even a sign with, like, Diddy's name on it in the background, so this is, like, New York City, but, like, influenced by Donkey Kong. So I don't know what's up with that. It looks really interesting, it looks really neat. For some reason, Mario's hat has eyes, so it's not Mario's hat, it's a creature that just happens to look like a hat, and Mario is wearing it. It's kind of weird. Like, why couldn't they just let him wear his hat? Instead, it's a magical living creature that looks like a hat. That's just weird. Even for Nintendo, that's just weird. I mean, yeah, Nintendo's done that before with freaking, wasn't it Zelda and the Minish Cap, but I mean, it's Zelda. Zelda's always had weird animal creatures. Mario, I feel like not as much. I mean, really the weird animal creatures are usually the villains. So this is like the first time we've seen a weird hat creature for Mario. Anyway, the game looks really cool. I love how it's HD Mario, basically. His overalls have a lot of cool stitching patterns, and his shirt, if you look really closely, the sleeves have some kind of stitching on it too, with like an actual cloth texture to the shirt. Mario's hair, it looks more realistic. You actually see strands in the hair and stuff like that. It looks more messy and wispy. Same goes for his mustache, so it's more like a detailed, realistic Mario. So it looks really cool. It looks really, really neat, and I think Nintendo at this rate, they're pretty much confirming that Bowser has a crush on Peach. Because in the video, you see Bowser in a tuxedo hanging out with Peach. Now, I mean, obviously he's kidnapped her, but then they hammer that in even further with the Nintendo Switch parental controls, where you see Bowser has a phone, and it's, talking about the features you can do on your phone. You can, like, apparently connect your phone to the Nintendo Switch, and you can then, from there, operate how much time your kid plays on the game, plays the Switch. And when they do that, Bowser has a picture of Peach on his phone, like as the background, the wallpaper. So I just feel like it's right. Nintendo is basically making it canon. Like, Bowser does have a crush on Peach. It's not just that silly Mario anime Japan-only movie that came out. Like, it's official. He actually does have a crush on Peach. So anyway, that was neat. That was, neat, seeing that new game, and the cute little parental controls. I never saw it. I just saw it on Facebook. That's where I got that from. And as for the whole parental controls thing, it's great for, those who have a kid that plays video games a bit too much. They don't do really anything else, and they're just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. So I think a time limit for how much they play, I think it's a good idea for kids to just do nothing else, But I feel like sadly most parents would use this as a punishment rather than the way Bowser does, which is to just look out for his son and try to make him happy and, spend time with his son, but just don't let him just sit there and do nothing the whole day playing a video game. Let him play the video game, but do other things too, you know what I mean? Anyway, moving on from that, they also showed Fire Emblem Warriors, for getting that, and that's awesome. Because, I mean, me and other people on Facebook, we, even talked about it, saying, they have to make that at some point. Fire Emblem Warriors, it just fits really well with the style of those games. and I just feel like it would work because Fire Emblem is all about leading an army, leading a group of soldiers, and that's kind of like what you're doing in those games. At least that's what I get from playing Hyrule Warriors, that you are the leader of an army and you go and try to take over the map, the area, and that's how you beat Hyrule Warriors. So anyway, another thing I want to talk about is, for those of you who don't know, I am a huge fan of No More Heroes. No More Heroes is a game that is awesome, and I love it. And I played both the first and the second one, and it was like No More Heroes made me think, you know what, we need more games like this for Nintendo. We need more crazy, hardcore, rated M games for Nintendo. We need crazy third-party Nintendo games. Well, not Nintendo. We need crazy third-party games popping up for Nintendo, because this will, in my opinion, help their image, help people see, yeah, Nintendo's for kids, and, for families. And because of it being for families, we got M-rated stuff too, because families are not just kids, we have stuff for everybody. And I feel like, that would help people see Nintendo, is not afraid to have something really violent and intense, on their consoles, and I love that. And Suda51, the company who made those games, said basically Travis Touchdown, that's his last name, is coming back. They do not have an official name for the game yet, but in my honest opinion, what else could it be? It has to be No More Heroes 3. What else could it be? Are they going to make a spin-off game? Because then if they did, it wouldn't make sense to have a picture saying Travis Strikes Back if it's not about him. The only way I could see this working is if it was either a prequel to No More Heroes 1, and that's why Travis would still be the main focus, or No More Heroes 3. What else can it be? It has to be No More Heroes 3. I can't see it being anything else. Like, it has to be No More Heroes 3, And it's about damn time. Like, this game, man, is so cool, but it's so underrated because it's from an indie developer. Suda51 is considered to be indie. They, are not really that big. And, I just want No More Heroes 3. I want finally something to happen after the second game, And, what is Travis's relationship with Henry like, Are they, more friendly towards each other? Because they are brothers, so, have they gotten over their rivalry and they just see each other more as brothers, as family, And what about Shinobu? Is she, now older? Like, is she, just friends with Travis now, Like, there's so much they could do with a third game. I cannot see it being a prequel. I can't see anything else for it to be. Anyway, moving on from that. They also showed that Skyrim is, it's confirmed it is coming for Nintendo Switch. I mean, I thought that was obvious, but anyway. Also, they showed off Splatoon. Splatoon 2 was officially a thing. I kind of already guessed that, actually. If you go watch one of my videos for the Nintendo Switch, I think it was the first one I ever made about the Nintendo Switch, that, wait, no, it wasn't that. No, it was the trailer. Yeah, the trailer for Nintendo Switch that I mentioned that when I was seeing it had to be a Splatoon 2. For them to go and then edit all these models of the Inklings and give them all different hairstyles, give them different clothing, different weapons, and that I didn't even recognize some of the maps there showing that it was, new stages. I figured that had to be a sequel, and I was right. So we finally got Splatoon 2. It looks really cool. I like how there's now this sort of jetpack feature with that the dual pistol guns have, or like you can actually shoot yourself into the air. There's this sort of dash mechanic. I mean, I thought it was a dodge roll, but whatever. Some people are saying that it might be a dodge roll, it might be a dash ability, where they can somewhat maneuver a bit better through the ink. There's new attacks, new abilities the Inklings have. So it looks fun, it looks cool. But I want to say do more, and they introduce new modes or something like that, for Splatoon 2. I don't know if I'm going to get it, because I actually got bored with Splatoon after a while. So, hopefully they do more to make the game just have more to do. Like, that's the problem with Splatoon for me. It's just one thing over and over and over and over and over. That's it. Um, Now, hopefully there's a better story mode too. There's something that involved Marie that was really mysterious. She had like a black jacket on with her back facing the camera. And people were interpreting that as she looks really sad. I mean, I don't really see her as sad in that shot, but whatever. So anyway, moving on from that, they also brought up The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It was so awesome and hyped and cool and sad. I love it. The music for the trailer is so freaking awesome. I will be pissed if none of that is in game. Like, that's the thing about trailers. They could be composing music just for the trailer of the game. You don't know if that's the actual soundtrack, damn it. So, I want that music that they played for the latest trailer to be in the game. It's beautiful, it's intense, and tragic, and sad, and awesome. And, we actually get to see damage. You know, like, Link is actually getting wounded. You can actually see him getting hurt finally for the first time in any Zelda game. You see him covered in these brownish red marks all over his clothing and his face, and you see Zelda gets covered in these brownish red marks too. So it's sort of like a blending of dust and a bit of blood. I mean, I saw a little bit of red too, like a reddish brown color, almost like a burgundy. So I saw it as like a mixture of dirt and blood. So I think that is awesome, and I love it. They are finally getting wounded. They're finally getting hurt. And that just emphasizes the injury, the wound more, that they're in a really dangerous situation and they're hurt and it's sad. And you see all these new enemies and these new characters, and you see that the Deku Tree is there. And he's talking to Link, and based off of what he says, I honestly think it's official. I think this is a sequel to Ocarina of Time. Or it takes place somewhere in the timeline in between Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess, because the Deku Tree says, by the look on your face, I can tell you don't remember me, but I remember you. And then he says something like, I think it's time for you to now know what happened all those years, 100 years ago. Something like that. So, I feel like that, oh, and the Gerudo are alive. They're in this game. So the fact that the Gerudo are here, and the only time you see the Gerudo is in Ocarina of Time, confirms it is part of Ocarina of Time. It may not be a sequel, it may be a prequel, I don't know, but it is confirmed this game does take place somewhere in Ocarina of Time's era, because the Gerudo do not appear in any other timeline or era but within Ocarina of Time set of games, which is Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess. But the only time you see them is in Ocarina of Time, so this game has to take place in Ocarina of Time, like within that time span. And Zelda herself does remind me a little bit of the Ocarina of Time era of Zelda. Her hair strands, like towards her face, are about the same length as Zelda's back then. You know, for those of you who want to know what I'm talking about, like I look up pictures of Zelda from Super Smash Bros. Melee, and those little parts of her hair that are really curly towards her ears, that area, that strand, it's about the same length as this Zelda. The hairstyle is similar to the Ocarina of Time Zelda. Me personally, I don't like the top of her head, like where her bangs would be. It looks really flat, it looks really boring, but that's just me. I think her hair is a little boring there. But, or me, I would have, designed it differently, but whatever. It looks really cool. And we see Zelda cry. Zelda just has a breakdown and starts just crying, and she throws herself into Link's arms, and you see her covered in wounds, and I think it's awesome. So, the trailer then ends with Link, and it looks like he's about to pass out. So I think right there is where Link dies, and he has to be resurrected. And for those of you who don't know, I've been seeing this, going everywhere on YouTube. It's hinted that maybe the Master Sword is going to have a new ability, because there's this article showing or stating that the Master Sword is also being referred to as the Master Sword of Resurrection. So I guess now the Master Sword has a new ability to bring people back from the dead. I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. I saw an article about that. HMK talks about it too. That's the article we found. So it is awesome. The Breath of the Wild was the biggest part, in my opinion. It was the best part, and I was like, wait, is that it? It's over? I wanted more. Like, why did they have to end it right then and there? I wanted them to have more crap, damn it, more things. But whatever. So no Super Smash Bros. For Switch. No Metroid for Switch, which is sad. Rest in peace, Metroid fans. Breath of the Wild looks awesome. I really hope we get more third-party games though, because I think they only announced Suda 51, you know, with No More Heroes, Skyrim, and that FIFA game. Like, that's really not a lot of third-party games. I really hope they get more soon. And, by the way, the Nintendo Switch is coming out really freaking soon. They announced that, okay, so Breath of the Wild is officially coming out March 3rd. So then that means, obviously, the Nintendo Switch is coming out March 3rd as well. So, yeah, that's really not that long of a wait. That's really, really close to think about it. That's not that far off. And that's awesome, but at the same time crappy, because then that means, well, I'm not going to be able to buy it. You think I'm going to be able to make enough money within that amount of time to get the Switch? Hell no. I can't do that. That's not enough time, but whatever. I'll just have to, if I even get it, I don't even know, like, I want to get it, but really what's holding me back is Xenoblade Chronicles X. Like, if they just not released that game on Wii U, and they just released it on Switch, then, I wouldn't be in this situation, because I've invested over 200 hours into Xenoblade Chronicles X. And if I get, you know, if I go sell that, I'm gonna have to start all over again. And I do not want to start all over again. That's a lot of hours I won't be able to get back. That's gameplay I have to do all over again. So, unless there was a way for me to transfer Xenoblade Chronicles X data over to an SD card, and then there was a system transfer where you could take your data from the SD card, put it into the Switch, and then go buy the Switch version of the game, and then, you know, your data from the Wii U transfers over to that one, then I would buy it. Really, what is stopping me from getting this is Xenoblade Chronicles X. Like, if they just had a data transfer, I could just transfer my data from Wii U to Switch, so that then when I buy the cartridge, you know, version of the game, that it reads my data, so I'm not losing everything, and I don't have to start all over again. That is the only way I could see myself buying it, because I do not want to start all over, you know. Anyway, Zelda is hype, Zelda is love, Zelda is life. It looks awesome. I love Breath of the Wild. Looks so damn tragic. Like, the more I find out about it, the more sad and bleak and dark and awesome it looks, and I love it. Zelda crying, Zelda being super sad, and I can only imagine what that's like, because, you know, she's the princess, she's part of the monarchy, and having to watch her kingdom, her home, fall apart in front of her, and not being able to do anything to stop it. That has to be a very traumatic and very sad, you know, experience to go through. That'd be like basically having your house blown up right in front of you, and everyone, your family, you know, like maybe even some of your family members die, because for all we know, parts of Zelda's, you know, family might be dead. We don't know if Zelda has a mom or a grandma or any of that. We know she has a dad, because in the trailer you hear a man say, "Please, you have to protect her, protect my daughter." So the King of Hyrule confirmed. He's in the game at some point or something. I don't know. But it's awesome. It looks so damn sad and bleak, and Zelda crying over the fate of her kingdom, and possibly crying over the fact that she probably felt helpless and powerless just watching her home get destroyed. It's awesome. Very bleak. Very sad. I'm kind of surprised this game is rated E10. Like, in all honesty, I kind of wish it was rated T. I kind of wish we had another T-rated Zelda game, because I don't know about you, but I've always felt like Zelda was this epic, grand, amazing, you know, like, well, not amazing, but like, I don't know how to say it. And Zelda is this grand, you know, epic story, you know, like Lord of the Rings or some other, like, super intense fantasy story. And because of that, like, I always imagined it being super intense and violent and action-packed and tragic and sad, so I feel like you know, you want to go that route, go to T. T rating lets you go and be more sad, a bit more graphic with your violence, but, I don't know. I mean, the fact that, you know, we have this E10 plus rated game and they're actually showing battle damage or showing injuries on Link and Zelda, again, with those reddish brown markings. I guess the E10 rating is getting a bit closer to T, because I know back when I was a kid, E10 was not like that. E10 was just, you know, they would show more punches. The violence was a bit more grounded. But other than that, you know, it was not like that. So I guess the rating is starting to change a bit more over time. It's starting to be a bit more lenient with what kids 10 and up can see. So hey, more power to you, you know. Anyway, the game looks awesome. I want to get it. But I'm not sure if I'm going to get Breath of the Wild for Switch or Wii U. I've heard the Wii U does have some issues running Breath of the Wild. The frame rate drops with the Wii U version and stuff like that. So I don't know. Damn it. It's like, I'm on the fence about this. I really don't know what to do. Like, I want to get a Switch, but, you know, I don't want to give up my Wii U because then I would lose a lot of games, especially Xenoblade Chronicles X. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. This really sucks because I want to get the Switch, but I don't know what to do. Like, I really, really want to get it, but I don't know what to buy, and I'm just repeating myself, so you know what, I'm done. Okay. So this has been my silly video. It's probably gonna suck compared to people like Gabe Explain, their fancy video edits, because I don't know how to do fancy video editing. I don't do that crap. Okay, I don't know how, okay? My videos are not going to be as fancy as those people. Anyway, this is Wind and Fire going away. Legend of Zelda is hype, and was arguably the best part of the whole damn thing. Like if you're going to end your presentation, and you end it that way, that's awesome. Anyway, this is Wind and Fire going away, and I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.